Samsung has issued a new firmware update that performs an excellent job of precisely detecting brightness on the Samsung S95B QD-OLED. If you're a new owner of this TV and aren't sure how to utilize the image settings to your liking, our video today on Samsung S95B settings, unlock best update experience for maximum accuracy, will come in handy. So join us as we go over this. Movie mode. We can start by going to Settings, where a number of icons appear. There is an intelligent mode, and it makes the colors too bright. It's so bright that it might not be genuine. Say you want to switch to movie mode. First, go to picture mode, then choose the movie. That will take you to the expert settings. You'll see the brightness setting there, which you can change to your liking. But if you use it in HDR mode, the best thing to do is to increase the contrast. You don't need 4K content to be very sharp, because the picture quality is already good.
I see.
Per Samsung, our advanced 4K OLED processor takes an ordinary picture and makes it extraordinary. Thanks to self-illuminating pixels, you can enjoy a naturally bright and colorful view every time. The results you get when you use this mode are similar to those when you use Filmmaker mode. We'll talk about Filmmaker mode in a moment, so stay tuned. Picture clarity settings. If you're having trouble with motion, go back to the expert mode menu and pick the picture clarity settings. There, you can have opportunities like blur reduction, jitter reduction, clear motion, and noise reduction. The noise reduction should be disabled. We'd rather it be off, but if you insist on leaving it on, that's okay too. Your taste in color tune will also play a role. We advise sticking with either warm 1 or warm 2 for all your needs. Gamma can be adjusted in the color space settings of the expert mode. While in expert mode, if you wish to adjust the contrast, you may do so by navigating down to the contrast enhancer and making the necessary adjustments. You have complete control over the brightness level, since that decision rests solely in your hands. To add some light, choose shadow detail, and to boost the highlights, choose peak brightness and adjust it to low, medium, or high. So it is dependent on the ambient light level in your room. Stay with us, because we are going to discuss the Hdr settings and the Hdr settings in a moment. Anyway, do you know there are some features of the Samsung S95B QD-OLED that you might be ignoring? We will soon be uploading a video that addresses that topic. Thus, if you subscribe to our channel and enable notifications, you'll be among the first to find out when that video is available. SDR and HDR. Don't adjust the color space while using SDR. Leave the SDR game mode on auto and input lag on its fastest. It's recommended that you set the brightness to 50 and contrast to 30, and the clarity setting off. Turn off the contrast enhancer feature. Never manually adjust the color space. All that counts is that the result satisfies your needs. There isn't much to change in HDR's Filmmaker mode, which is where you start. To make it work for you, make a few adjustments. However, the HDR settings for the game are not something that must be reset every time you wish to utilize them. So how do you do this? Select Apply Picture Settings in Expert mode, and from the options that appear, choose All Sources. If you want to play games with HDR turned on, you must ensure the color is set to 20 and the standard is BT 2020 before adjusting the settings for the best accuracy. When playing games in HDR, you should disable the contrast enhancer and the shadow detail to 0, but keep the peak brightness high.
Noted.
Firmware update. Samsung has debuted a new firmware update that improves image quality and makes it more accurate.
Nice.
The pictures have a more realistic appearance, much as the movie mode does. You may select Filmmaker mode, which will give more precision to the content you are watching. To update, go to the Settings button, Software Update, and then check for the most recent update to discover the Filmmaker mode update. Additionally, this is how OTA updates are obtained. Even if Samsung has given the firmware update in an effort to appease its fans, support for Dolby Vision is still one of the most requested features. That left Samsung in an unfavorable position as it compared to its rivals. For example, the LG G2 OLED and the Sony A95K feature Dolby Vision and provide a somewhat more realistic HDR viewing experience. All the same, this is a good TV. If you try these tips, you should be able to get the most out of your Samsung S95B OLED and have the best accuracy when watching your favorite content or playing games. You should also watch our video titled 3 Best Things About Samsung S95B QD-OLED TV Nobody Cares About to get further insights into how to get the most out of your TV and maximize its potential.